going on? My name is Jeremiah.
Lil John.
Back again for another episode of the Heated Podcast.
You know
Make
what?
sure to like, comment, and subscribe, please. Please. And follow us on all platforms, including Spotify, Amazon, Overcast, Google Podcasts. I think that's everything. I think. Might be tweaking. Most importantly, YouTube. You know,
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Keep
see it.
showing us love. Keep growing with us as we grow with you, as I always like to say.
That's all.
But today's conversation, before we get into that, no. Let's do how we do. Are we heated, preheated, or chill? Kaya's out today, but we and John gonna hold it down for it. Are we heated, preheated, or chill? How you feeling, John?
I'm feeling kind of chill right now. I say that because today was kind of a good day. If you think about it, if I think about it, I got a second chance. Just like coming up in life. I got blessed with a second income, and it's lovely to hear.
Round of applause for that.
I got plans, and
You're not gonna be busting and disgusted no more.
not gonna be busting disgusting.
You came up in the world.
Next episode, I'll try to look spiffy.
It's not PPP, is it?
Hey, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. It's non-disclosed.
Okay, we just not going. We're gonna move on. But
Damn.
I'm glad you coming up in the world. I'm glad you getting your money. I
Facts.
love to see it, especially as my brother. So yeah.
Facts.
Me being am I heated, preheated, or chill? I'm chill. I was preheated throughout the week. From different various reasons. People not paying money. People losing their mind thinking they celebrities.
Whew.
People talking about I'm a gaslighter and all this type of stuff.
Gaslighter.
One day we gonna have a conversation on gaslighting and what that really means, because I get tired of, especially. I'm not gonna say that, but especially you new dudes and new women. Y'all, it's like when we learn different words, we just keep overusing it. Like I hate when y'all use the word elevate. Ever since certain, I'm not even calling women. Certain females use the word elevate, like elevate. Elevate.
You taking shots out here?
I'm not taking.
You taking shots out
I'm
here?
not taking shots
What's
at
going
nobody.
on?
I'm
What's
just
going
saying,
on?
I get tired of y'all overusing words. It's not for a particular gender, race, or group. I'm just saying in general. I get tired of people overusing words, and I've been hearing that word gaslighting being used more than anything. Y'all heard the word gaslighting. Y'all heard somebody say it on the news or on TV and said, "Ooh, gaslighting, gaslight."
Just like that.
Like it's crazy. I'm like, y'all can use other words than gaslighting. You know that's not a new word, right? But it's like, you know what it is. It's a monkey see, monkey do type generation. He do it, she do it, I gotta do it too.
Hey.
But it is what it is. I ain't tripping on that.
Hey.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I ain't chilling. I ain't tripping. I'm chill right now. I'm cool. And let's get to the main topic though. But I'm chill. Now, with that being said, the main topic of today is gonna be on. Stop all that clapping. The main topic of today. The main topic of today is gonna be on MVP. Most voluptuous penguins.
Stop it.
That's not what it stands for.
Stop it.
That joke ain't land.
Where's it?
Penguins.
Come on now.
I tried.
Come on now.
to make it work. Well,
Who?
anyway, MVP, most valuable player. That's what it really means. I ain't that slow. But you had two over the weekday actually. You had two former basketball players, Redick and Kendrick Perkins, discussing this, particularly around the NBA player Nikola Jokic and whether he should be MVP or not. Kendrick Perkins had his point of view, and Redick had his point of view. But first, we're gonna hear from Kendrick Perkins on what he thought about this whole MVP and Nikola Jokic being the possible MVP for the season. Let's hear Kendrick's side first. Roll the tape.
I watch the games. I'm watching Jokic pass the ball, and I'm watching his guys catch and shoot, no hesitation, good or bad shot. And let me tell you one thing. It goes on, conversations goes on in that locker room, and players know what their stats are.
Are you sitting here and saying Nikola Jokic is having his numbers padded? Is that what you're saying?
You heard what the hell I said. I said
Why he stutter?
Why
did he stutter?
He had 8 games where he had single-digit shot attempts. And for a while, it was 9.5 assists he was averaging, 9.8. And all of a sudden, I saw those shot attempts and his points go down, and I started to see his assists go up.
What does that
All right,
mean?
Okay.
Pause that. Next, that's not the only Kendrick Perkins point of view that he had. Kendrick Perkins had another point. He also said they had him on for multiple days. First Take had him on for multiple days. Let's listen to the other clip that Kendrick Perkins spoke on in regards to MVP. Can we pull up the other one? I think it's no, it's not that one. It's another one. But before we play this, Kendrick Perkins, I did not put this up here. Proof Perkins are racist.
All right.
This is not my ideology.
Okay.
Podcast does not say Kendrick Perkins is no.
Oh,
That doesn't make sense.
That makes no sense
But
because
we don't get into that.
black people cannot be
we don't
racist.
give it to that. Wait, what'd you say?
Black people can't be racist, only prejudice. So
Well,
that goes there.
I didn't want to go there that early, but
Get that out the way.
It's the truth.
Perk,
but
a white man.
I'm not saying Perk is a racist. I didn't make this. I'm just pulling up the clip because apparently ESPN eradicated this clip off their entire channel, so I had to just find it off somebody else. So yes, fair use. Roll the tape.
When it comes down to guys winning MVP since 1990, it's only 3 guys that won the MVP that wasn't top 10 in scoring. Do you know who those 3 guys were?
Who were they?
Steve Nash, Jokic, and Dirk Nowitzki. Now, what do those guys have in common? I'll let it sit there and marinate. You think about it.
Oh my God.
When it comes down to guys.
Now, that was Kendrick Perkins' take on Nikola Jokic possibly getting the MVP. And when he said the 3 players, I'm not even going to say. Let me just let them all get their points out, then we're going to go into it. Can we hear JJ Redick's rebuttal to Kendrick Perkins saying this? We want to get all the facts out, all the points out on the table.
Let them all like butter.
Let's get it. Yes, sir.
I want to just say something.
Stephen A., I mean no offense to you, and I mean no offense to First Take, because I think this show is extremely valuable. It is an honor to be on this desk every day. It really is. But what we've just witnessed is the problem with this show, where we create narratives that do not exist in reality. The implication, what you are implying, that the white voters that vote on NBA are racist, they favor white people. You just said that. Yes, you did. Yes,
You're talking about let it marinate.
Yes, you did. That is exactly what you implied, Kendrick Perkins. That is exactly what you implied. Secondly, hold on.
I did not. I stated the facts. And you're not about to sit up.
We all know what you implied the other day. We all know what you implied just now. Hold on.
I stated
One at a time.
It's the facts.
One at a time.
It's the facts. It's the facts.
It's the facts.
Okay,
Somebody clip that, put that a part of the board.
He sound
It's
familiar.
the fact.
Don't he sound familiar?
Bro, I'm telling you, this is Kendrick Perkins, y'all. First off, can we give a round of applause for Kendrick Perkins for getting through an actual sentence without stuttering? Let's go.
I can't even.
Congratulations, Kendrick Perkins.
I don't know if I clap for that.
He was doing good for a good second. He was doing good for a good second, but
That man look confused.
the question, the main question I wanted to bring up as far as those two, let me just say this: Kendrick Perkins is basically saying that the NBA MVP voting, the voters for the MVP voters, are racist, or the system is racist. And he also stated, and I couldn't find that clip because, like I said, the NBA and ESPN they eradicated that clip. That he also stated, which I don't know how true it is. He said that 80% of all voters in the NBA MVP voting are racist, which I don't know how true that is, but I had to put all Kendrick's points out there. So Kendrick is coming from the standpoint that the only reason Nikola Jokic is possibly about to win the MVP again is because the system of NBA MVP voting is racist. JJ Redick is coming from the standpoint of that's cap, basically. Jokic is actually that good. He's been playing that good, so he deserves MVP. That's why he's in the talk. It's not because he's stat padding. It's not because he's chasing anything. It's not because he's white. It's because he's actually good. Those are all the points. Now that all the points and facts are on the table, everything that they said, now we're gonna give our take on it. John, what was your reaction to seeing that? And are you on the side of JJ Redick or are you on the side of Kendrick Perkins? Carry on Perkins, my fault.
Carry on Perkins.
Carry on Perkins.
More like karaoke Perkins. But
Yay!
Yeah, don't do that no more.
Hey man.
Disrespecting me, dog.
Hey man, you said
I
something
turn
gonna hit.
gangsta.
All of them ain't gonna hit, man.
I hit. But
Okay, you can try.
basically, I'm on JJ Redick's side because I've been watching Nikola just keep evolving as a player, and if y'all didn't know, if some people didn't know, that he's like 23 and I believe he's 23-0 when he has a triple double when he plays.
That's factual.
That's right there says a lot, cause he really is that good. It's like there's really nothing he can't do. The man can pass, rebound. He's over 7 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Pass, rebound, score. He can drop 50 on you. He can get 20 assists if he feel like it. Get 20 rebounds.
That's
And
true.
I mean it's whatever to him, and he makes his teammates better. And to say that he gonna win an MVP because an MVP again 3 times because he's just white. I mean, it's kind of come on now.
Right.
If anything, Luka could have been MVP if that was the case because people was on his case for a minute.
And he would have won it.
He
but
would have won it.
They got 2 behind.
Like if it was popularity, really, people probably would have favored towards Luka a little bit. Cause that man, if you seen the plays he be doing, you know why.
I agree.
Wonder Boy. Call that man Wonder Boy. More like Wonder Bread
I was finna say.
for sure.
He
The
ain't never
man-
compare that man to white bread.
Nah, but that was what? Nah, Nikola, yeah, he.
Yeah, Nikola, he
He
like
raw.
he a bad man.
He raw.
He a bad man. So you on the side of JJ.
For sure.
Okay.
Stats.
I agree. Well, like John, like my brother said, I'm on the side of JJ as well. Not just because he's my brother, because it's actually factual. I wouldn't just agree with my brother just because he's whatever. Anyway,
Is that a shot?
I'm just saying you have been wrong
I mean, you be wrong too.
a lot of times.
You be wrong too.
If it was
I
a
mean,
shot, I would just take it.
Take the shot.
Anyway, like I was saying, I'm on the side of JJ Redick in this instance, just from the point. Let's look at what Kendrick Perkins said. Kendrick Perkins, he started off by saying 80% of voters, 80% of NBA MVP voters are white. Thus, that means I guess it's making a case that the system is racist or is built on white supremacy and it's just all white. Now, let me acknowledge by saying this: racism in sports is not. That's definitely true. There is racism in sports. I'll be you either a dummy, willfully being ignorant, or you probably a racist yourself if you think there's no racism in no type of sport. That's just facts. We can look at the history. Do we have to go back to Jackie Robinson? Do we have to go back to the 60s and
Facts.
40s and 50s? It's common sense. White supremacy and racism dominates almost every area of activity, from politics to education to medicine to sports. And I can keep going on and on. But in this instance, this has nothing to do with racism. This has nothing to do with white supremacy. Nikola Jokic, he's talking about 80% of all voters are white. Like I said, I don't know how factual that is. I don't know if he's just pulling out his ass.
Yeah, that's 80. That's a lot of white.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of white people.
Nah, for real, because
80%?
80%, that's pretty high.
Damn.
You think this the Oscars or something?
I'm saying.
I wouldn't like. That would throw me off a little bit. Like,
Bro,
damn.
that threw me all the way off. I said 80%. That's why I said I don't know how factual that is. I'm not sure if he read that somewhere, read that on the Cracker Jack box or something, but I don't know how true that is. I'm saying this. Okay, let's just say, take it at face value. Let's say 80% of the NBA MVP voters are white. So you mean to tell me what does that stat really mean if all these years 80% of the MVPs have been black?
Says a lot.
And guess what? If we go farther back, I guarantee you them quote unquote 80% of NBA MVP voters being white, I guarantee you it was 90% or close to 100% back then. And black people would still win the MVP.
Of course.
So if you're gonna say that, you gotta keep. Does that really mean it's racism if blacks are the main people that's winning the MVP award? Like I know I'm not gonna be stupid because it's majority black people in the league, but at the same time, that argument doesn't make sense to say that 80% of NBA MVP voters are white if blacks keep winning the award.
Exactly.
So that's the first point. Secondly, he talks about the NBA. What did he say? What did he say? He said something about. What did he say? He said.
What did he say? What did he say?
What did he say? Because he was saying a lot. He was mumbling a lot. He was saying a lot of different stuff.
The man was. I don't know what he was on. He was on something.
He was saying a lot of different things. He said
Wasn't facts.
at one point he said that Yeah, he brought up the fact that Jokic, which is not a fact, but then again, it is a fact. He said since 1990, all the only MVPs to win, only people to win MVP that wasn't in the top 10 scoring were all what? White. He didn't say that, but we knew that's what he meant
I mean, he was definitely implying that.
because
So
he brought
it
up
was
Steve
obvious.
Nash,
Even though we can,
Dirk Nowitzki,
but you gotta. I mean, come on now.
and Nikola Jokic, not
Okay.
top 10. So he's focusing on scoring now. That's what makes you the MVP.
No, I think he just picking out the most recent, latest white MVPs.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Those are literally the white MVPs that won.
and
That
that's
weren't top 10 in scoring.
I'm
Apparently.
saying. Like Nikola Jokic is the first white MVP in a minute. So
Yeah, that's why I say it's a dumb argument. And then you got to think of it like this.
mm,
Okay, Dirk Nowitzki won MVP. I get the Steve Nash one. That was a little debatable.
you can debate that, but I mean,
I thought Kobe should have won in 06, but we knew why he didn't win that. That was the Colorado situation where, if you know anything about Colorado with Kobe, just Google it yourself. They tried to accuse my man's of a lie, a crime that he did not commit. He was proven innocent, and they lied on him. It was nothing but a doggone stank, low down, dirty DNA guzzler that was out there running. Let me just chill.
you getting
I'm
too.
gonna chill.
What did
But
you?
it was somebody that lied on Kobe and it wasn't right.
It was a lot of great players.
Drake made the song. Kobe, my nigga, he about to lose 100 M's. Kobe, my nigga, it had to be him. That was that whole situation. It was lying on Kobe.
I know, we know. I was
So
just that
I'm saying,
guzzler.
she is a guzzler. John, if you know this story, this woman she was.
I mean,
I'm not even gonna talk. It's graphic. I mean, I'm gonna talk about it. Google it yourself at your own discretion.
RP.
Now, R.P. Kobe, definitely R.P. Kobe. Hand clap for Kobe's greatness. Legend. But 06, you can definitely make the argument that he could have won it. Kobe should have won it.
But I mean, it was still a lot of great players in that time.
But I'm not tripping because Steve Nash was doing his thing.
And Steve Nash, he was on.
Shaq.
He was, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You could have argued Shaq too. So that's what I'm saying. When Steve Nash made that jump to the Suns, their winning percentage just increased. He led his team to like a 60+ win team.
Yeah.
And that team should have went to the finals. Really,
They should have.
They should have went to the finals.
Real.
But-
They didn't. They wasn't up. But I'm not even tripping on that. But I said, let's look at Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk Nowitzki.
What you gonna say? Dirk didn't deserve it? Look at their team. Dirk Nowitzki's team. They were #1 in the West, even though they lost to the Warriors that year. They got bounced out in the first round, but they had the highest offensive rating.
Mm.
They were dominating.
What year was that?
07.
Oh,
07.
07.
Dirk won the MVP, I believe.
Damn.
I believe it was 07 because he went to the finals in 06, and then he won the MVP in 07.
Oh.
So he just came off the finals loss. He's dominating. His team is #1. They think that he's gonna go back to the finals again. Why not give it to Dirk? He deserved it. And then look at Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic, he's got the numbers to back it up.
And I mean, he keeps getting better and better every time. So
Yeah. So then,
how can he not?
and then even like you said, and JJ Redick stated, okay, let's just say he is stat padding. Let's get on the stat padding thing that you're talking about. Let's say he is stat padding. They're 23-0 when he gets a triple-double. Let that sink in.
Facts.
They're 23-0. So that literally means every time he's going to get a triple-double, it's a high likelihood on FanDuel. Bet the triple-double.
Tough.
If you want the Nuggets to win, bet that Jokic is gonna get a triple-double. I guarantee you win some money. That's just factual. So you can't really say that's stat padding. And then lastly,
he's averaging triple-double, really. So
bro, that's what I'm
that's the
saying.
thing.
It sounds he don't got it right on this one. And then let's get on the Denver. Do y'all really watch games in Denver? Y'all not watching them games in Denver. That's why you're not paying attention. The average fan that don't know nothing about sports, like somebody like my auntie or something like that, like, yeah, that is racism. She don't know basketball. She ain't watching no Denver game at that. She might watch the Lakers or the Bulls. And no, she ain't watching no Denver. Who watching the Denver Nuggets besides me, like hardcore NBA fans like me? No one's watching the Denver Nuggets. They're not on primetime television, and when they are, no one's tuning into that because they're not flashy. Nikola Jokic can't jump over a quarter if he wanted to. So you gotta stay factual with that. And then my final point. This was gonna bring it home right here. This was gonna bring it home right here. This was gonna bring it home.
Bring out, okay. Preach, Pastor.
This was gonna bring it. That ain't the drum I wanted. I ain't gonna lie. I got mad.
Oh my God.
I wanted this drum.
No. Oh my God.
Where the other drum?
Bruh.
Where the other drum?
You wrote it down.
No, I didn't. Damn.
It ain't 6. Oh my God.
3 hours
Oh
later.
my God.
We do not train to be merciful here.
I think it's 13. When do we get that sound? Oh my God.
Anyway.
Well, that was 5 minutes wasted right there.
The last point.
All that.
The last point why I'm saying, I know what this is really about with the whole Jokic thing. It has nothing to do with racism. Y'all want to point out Jokic and stat padding. Point out your mans who's really doing the stat padding. Point out your guy who's really doing the stat chasing. Who could that be?
Who?
Last name James, first name LeBron. Roll the tape, please. Say I'm lying. Roll the tape.
How do we get
Roll
here?
the tape. No, because they want to point out stat pad. They want to say somebody stat pad, somebody chasing stats. But let's go to the person that's really chasing stats. Let's go for that person that's really chasing the stat. This is LeBron James, everybody. What is he doing? Look at Westbrook. Is he really looking at the stat sheet? Westbrook there. Oh no. What you doing, Brian? What you doing, Brian? And Brian has done it. You can't deny it. What's he doing, John?
I mean, it says it right there.
He's looking at his tax form. He's looking at his tax form. He's looking at his tax document.
Okay. I mean, trying to check how good.
He's looking at his stats.
Right.
So don't give me that crap about somebody chasing stats.
I mean, he's efficient.
When your guy that y'all defend the most
He's
is
efficient.
out there chasing stats.
He's
the
efficient.
guy that's out, what?
They play better
Efficient. Oh, really?
They play better when he's on the court.
I don't know when the fans are going to see this, but whenever they do,
we've seen it.
But whenever they see this episode that we're doing right now,
Hmm.
whenever they see that episode, but the Lakers are currently playing way better, and guess who ain't been playing?
Russell Westbrook.
LeBron James.
Okay. But okay.
LeBron James.
All right.
That's your man's though.
I mean,
That's your man's.
I mean, he is the GOAT
That's your man's.
all time.
They playing way better without him.
Mm.
And guess what? No stat padding is happening. So you mean gonna tell me that ain't no stat padding when he was trying to get the record and he over there trying to check to see what number and statistic he need, what average he need. He wasn't over there stat padding on that last game. He over there scored, finally break the record of all time scoring. And everybody stopped the game half court. And they still lose the game.
Hey.
That's basically that's what I say. That whole thing about Jokic chasing stats and stat padding that Kendrick is trying to throw out there, that's dumb. I guess you would have a point if it was an empty stat, if it was an empty calorie stat. That's what I call it. It has no calories to it. It's nothing there.
No calories.
But he's winning. He's winning. You can't deny what I'm saying.
I mean,
You gonna deny it?
no, I mean the stats it says it right there, 23-0.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, like if it takes him to like get a triple double every game, then he'll win.
Right.
I mean, that's really rare to hear someone's being 23-0 while getting a triple double. Because Russell was doing that for a minute
Exactly.
too. And
he didn't make it that high.
He didn't make it
He made
that
the
high.
playoffs, but he didn't make it that high.
He was doing good.
Number one, they're number one in the conference.
Exactly. So hey, more power
How was
to
that
him.
stat pattern? So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to this, when it comes to Kendrick Perkins, I see what you tried to do. I see what you wanted to do, and I felt wholeheartedly what JJ Redick was saying when he said this is why this show is not. This is why he said something I don't like this show or something like that. Because it's not a lot of their takes, especially of the last 2-3 years, hasn't been based in reality.
You see who they invited on the show?
Who? Kendrick Perkins.
Kenny P.
You know how it be. That rhymed. I'm just saying, man. Like,
Right.
think about it. If it ain't gonna be first take no more, it's gonna be woke take. And the thing about it is, they're not even woke. ESPN is not woke at all.
They're not woke at all.
ESPN, if you know the history about ESPN, they one of the most racist companies ever. Remember Jamel Hill, Michael and Jamel Hill? They had that show His and Hers.
I forgot about that show.
I know you did. But that show was popping. I'm talking about it was blowing up. That show was getting all types of great ratings. They was competing with First Take. You can Google and fact check everything I'm saying. But guess what?
I remember it, but I forgot.
They ended.
Dang.
Why? They ended. Why? Because Jamel was getting too woke. Jamel Hill was getting too woke for ESPN. And ESPN thought sports and politics or social issues shouldn't mix. But what they doing now? That's all you see on ESPN. That's all you see on First Take. That's all you see on these shows. Woke political issues. They got shirts all that's saying this and that, but they ain't really putting no money in nobody's pocket. They ain't really doing nothing for the community. It's just a hashtag. So instead of being a media pundit, Kendrick Perkins, Instead of being a tool or a pawn, as Kyrie would like to say, actually just report the game, dude. Or if you actually gonna stand up for something, stand up for it. Don't play about it. Be for real with it.
He just saying stuff.
He trying to get a attention grab, a headline, clickbait.
And
Just,
man,
just saying anything.
he talk like he don't know what he talking about.
It's crazy to me.
Ain't no confidence in his voice.
It's not. Kendrick Perkins. This is not a bashing at you, dude. Because you an NBA player. You supposed to know more than me, right? You supposed to, that's what they say. So they say.
So they say.
So they say. But at the same time, if you're gonna try to say I'm standing up for racism, because like this is gonna be a problem eventually. This is what I was trying to say to Funky a few episodes back when he was talking about what was he talking about? He spoke about what did he speak about? He started talking about racism and NFL and things like that. It's I forgot what episode it was, but I got mad at the end because I'm like, bro, you can't call everything racist. It's the same thing with this. If you start making everything racist, every single situation, white supremacy,
No peace.
you cannot when the real situations of racism and white supremacy happen, it's not gonna be that same energy or that same umph to go get it. If you just don't, it's almost like the boy who cried wolf. Yeah. You keep saying, hey, help. Eventually ain't nobody gonna listen. Cause you making it just, you just throwing out there just for a check. You want to be the woke. Since when did Kendrick Perkins become the woke guy? He's the woke guy now?
I mean, I didn't even know he was considered this. When this is news to me.
It's all new to me. To me.
The woke guy.
You seen him.
The woke guy, Kendrick Perkins.
It's like they hire anybody nowadays.
I need a job over there.
For real. They ain't gonna hire me after this though.
I need some money.
I don't blame them. It's just like
arguing with the coworker.
And then it's like they rooting for the same script that they go over. But they talk about, and when I say they, I mean ESPN. I can put a name on it. ESPN media pundits. They do the same thing. They say, okay, we gotta have more black coaches. How about instead of rooting for more black coaches, because I think we pretty got that now. We're there now. Or more black MVP voters, because that's clearly irrelevant because NBA MVPs are mostly black. How about instead of rooting for that, actually root for and advocate for executive positions for black people? How about some of them higher up positions, ownership?
Yeah,
they don't want to talk about that. When we get to ownership and executive, it's what is it? It's crickets when you get to own it,
especially when you hear
ownership.
The rumors about ownership. As soon as you hear a black person about to buy a team, it just dies. It was just a rumor. That's all it was, just a rumor.
Horrible. And don't tell me they ain't got enough dough, because they got plenty of cash.
No facts.
They got plenty of cash. Is it really that's why I say, man, go back to another episode. We was going back. We flash money versus power. These dudes got all this money. We got all this money. We entertainers. A lot of us are entertainers.
No power.
No power. So what does that really tell you? What does that really show you? That's all I'm saying. You constantly talking about you want change for this, but how about root for it and advocate for the change that's really gonna make a difference? Not this same script, fake woke movement. Because at the end of the day, you're looking like a tool and a pawn. And you would hate to be a tool and a pawn for the devil. That's all I'm saying. Ain't calling nobody the devil, but take it how you want to take it. Malcolm said it.
That was kind of.
Malcolm said it.
What the hell?
Malcolm said it.
All right.
No, but this was good though. Lastly, who you got for NBA MVP? We can close on this.
Hey, I say, might as well just give it to Jokic then, right? He doing this good. Might as well.
Might as well. I had Embiid. I definitely had Embiid because he was definitely doing his thing, but I got to give it to Jokic. He's the number one seed. They got the number one seed. He has the best numbers.
Average a triple-double.
What else is it?
This is a center.
There's nothing else to say.
This is a center, by the way.
A center. In today's era of a guard-dominated league, I got to go for Jokic. So I'm definitely on the side of JJ in this, and this has definitely been an insightful episode.
Facts.
So yeah, definitely. Anything you want to say before we close up?
Stay blessed out there.
Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.
Definitely stay blessed. Well, my name is Jeremiah.
Lil John.
You've been tuning in. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Heated Podcast. Remember to like on all platforms, follow us everywhere, and we'll see y'all next time. Deuces.